Hello, welcome to Moonlit Justice Oracle. I'm here to do a Divine Masculine collective reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do in support of this channel. I appreciate you. Alright, let's see what we've got. Divine Masculine. Now, the overall energy that was pulled for this reading to come is very complicated, and I don't understand it yet. But we've got the Seven of Wands, which is someone standing their ground. They're like putting up boundaries from other energies in some way. It's like a resistance, or yeah, there's some. And then Four of Swords, which is someone reflecting, meditating, resting, healing, etc. Contemplation. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is a grounded feminine energy. They're the queen of the material world, the physical realm in some way. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. There's someone standing their ground, and perhaps like, I don't know, because the Four of Swords, it's like inaction. I don't know what's going on yet. Maybe it'll make sense at some point. Anyways, let's see. We have a card representing Divine Masculine's current energy. Divine Masculine's current energy. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So Divine Masculine is currently in the energy of experiencing grace, sharing their gifts with grace, feeling inspired. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to them. So funny, my phone was completely quiet until I hit record, and all of a sudden it's buzz, 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 buzz. Damn. And I kept, when I was trying to set up for this recording, there were so many distractions happening. So I don't know if there's something to that. It's like someone is focused on something, or they're trying to focus on something, but they keep getting like distracted or pulled in different directions. There might be something about that. All right. Experiencing grace. Oh, didn't this come out before in one of the readings for Divine Masculine? Because of the flower, the opening of the heart. So perhaps there's something about that for the Divine Masculine's current energy. Experiencing grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to them. Feeling inspired and loved. All right. Why is Divine Masculine currently in this experiencing grace energy? Why are they currently in this experiencing grace? Wandering path, enjoy the journey. So this is a card about not focusing on the destination, not focusing on outcomes, just enjoying the journey, enjoying the process, going through the steps of a process. I'm getting kind of I feel like I always say this, going with the flow energy. So it seems like this Divine Masculine is currently in a, I'm getting like more peaceful or like receptive energy in some way, like an allowing energy. And I'm thinking of the surrendering to the journey card, where it's, what's it say? It says like release control or something like that. Surrendering to the wandering path, enjoy the journey. Alright. What would be beneficial for the Divine Masculine to avoid whilst in this experiencing grace energy? What should they avoid? Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. Tricky card. Tricky card for this spot. Breaking trail. Because, okay, in this card, this farmer has been, tending to the crops, specifically navigating this one path, right? And in this card, they're breaking through this wall of wheat. And it's like, I don't know if the Divine Masculine is being encouraged to avoid, like, what would this be? A breakthrough is, okay, they're on this path. Veering off in some way, or like forcing their way into something, or I don't know what that is yet. Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. Yeah, I don't know what that is. There's something about it. My editor self thinks that I should have a drinking game if I really drank anymore. I don't drink alone anymore, fortunately. Anyways, when I'm editing, I say there's something about that, like all the fucking time. Anyways, wandering path. So it's like, okay, enjoy the journey. This divine masculine has been on this path, right? They're enjoying the journey. They're taking this path step by step. And I'm noticing the similarity between the path here as well. Breaking trail. It's kind of like sticking to the path that they're on and not, for some reason, not, or like resisting the urge to like veer off into another path. Or this might have to do with like distractions or something. I don't know. There's something about that. There's something about that. Okay. What would be a beneficial energy for the divine masculine to lean into or strive for while in this experiencing grace energy? A beneficial energy for the divine masculine to lean into? Grounding. Go deep. Explore your roots. Grounding. So they're being encouraged to stay grounded. Go deep. Explore your roots. Explore their inner depths in some way. What was I getting earlier? I was getting some like random kind of energy that was, it had something to do with like an avoidant kind of energy, like someone experiencing challenges, right? Challenges within. And for whatever reason, whether it's I don't know. I don't want to get into it too much because I'm not sure it's relevant here, but it was almost like avoiding what needs to be addressed within themselves in some way. And instead, like, fleeing, or instead, like, ignoring things, or trying to sweep things under the rug in some way, instead of confronting these issues, confronting these aspects of themselves, because it would take a lot of work, or like it would, I don't know, there might be something about that. Because I'm kind of getting that with the wandering path, breaking trail for what to avoid. It's like staying on this path, even when it gets challenging, even when it requires us to look within in some way. And I don't know, there could be a need, or it would be beneficial to just sit with these things instead of trying to like break out or instead of trying to, there might be something about that, and that's maybe the reason I was getting that earlier today, feeling like stuck or trapped in some way and being like, F this, I'm out, or like, F this, I'm just gonna go this way instead. I don't know. All right, what's divine masculine's current obstacle challenge? Light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Light activation. Shine your light. This divine masculine might be currently finding it challenging to, oh man, it's like with shine your light, right? It's like we have this light within, and it comes from a place of like divine energy. It's our highest selves. It's the versions of us that are connected to divine connections, the divine God, the universe, etc., right? And sometimes it can be challenging to shine that light, specifically when it comes to like the physical realm, like when others are around, or when because anyone who's high vibrational on a typical basis, semi-regularly at least, anyone who has this light that they shine, they're aware of what it attracts. And sometimes it triggers people who either have not found this light within themselves, or it triggers their like shadows. And sometimes our light can irritate the shit out of other people, and it makes it really difficult to find the strength and determination to shine it regardless of that. I don't know if there could be something about that going on. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Listening to their inner guidance, listening to their inner selves in some way. That's the obstacle challenge for Divine Masculine, apparently. Light activation. Shine your light. You know, I think this was one of the first. Wow, it's real bright. Let's see if I can fix that. It's still bright. Oh, it's because the sun's coming up right through there. Well, that's that. Oh, interesting. Light activation. Shine your light. Yeah, it's too much. It can be too much. What is the relevance of how it's so damn bright right now here? Yeah, because my only concern, I don't mind the light. I don't mind this being so bright. My concern was I looked at the computer screen and I saw that it's very bright for those viewing this video, right? Like it's, just my arms and hands could be blinding. The cards can't really be seen. What's going on here? What's the relevance of this? There's always relevance. Okay. Not being able to see clearly, or it being like a harsh, like blinding light. I don't know. Moving on. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Okay. What's currently going well for the Divine Masculine Collective? What's currently going well for the Divine Masculine Collective? That's too many. I mean, hopefully that much is going well. What else? What's going well for Divine Masculine? Oh no. High Priestess. In the flow. Using their intuition, following their intuition. Smooth sailing. Sacred self. Surrendering to the journey. Release control. Yeah, this was what I got. I was mentioning earlier how this card was coming to mind with the Experiencing Grace and Wandering Path cards. Surrendering to the journey. That's going well for Divine Masculine. So they are currently, or they have surrendered to the journey, learning to release control, understanding what can and cannot be controlled. And I keep being drawn to this Breaking Trail card. There's something about it. There's something about this card. What is it? I'm missing. Maybe when I clarify, it'll make sense to me. Surrendering to the journey for what's going well. Release control. This bird on this card is reminding me of Divine Feminine's reading that I did recently. With the bird that was looking down at it was the Overcoming Obstacles card. And this bird was up on a branch looking down at this like boulder that was in the way of their path. But in this card, this bird is just kind of chilling and maybe watching this person like sitting under the tree. What's Divine Masculine's advice, guidance? Embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. They're being encouraged to embrace enthusiasm. It's okay to be enthusiastic, happy. It's okay to feel good. I don't know. Is there something else? Whether this is other people or the environment or situations. It could be anything. It could be just unseen energies that are making it difficult for this Divine Masculine to shine their light, or to see the light within, or to see the light in some way. like, I don't know, to like in a way that makes them feel like it's not okay to be happy or to want happiness or to feel enthusiastic in some way. I don't know, there's something going on with that. I don't know what it is. Divine Masculine is being encouraged to find ways to embrace enthusiasm. I don't know if this has to do with like sharing their gifts in some way. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. You know what? I keep seeing like a spotlight. Damn it. What is that? A spotlight. Like someone not wanting to draw attention to themselves in some way. I mean, we could be talking a literal spotlight or like in a metaphorical spotlight. Like drawing attention to, or being seen for their true selves in some way, or there's something about that. It's like someone who's about to go on stage, right? It's like someone who's about to go on stage and they're I don't know what that area is called. Back in like the little area where people stand and you can see the stage. And it's like where people wait before they come onto stage. It's like this divine masculine energy is standing back there, looking at the stage, and it's like this path that they're on has them going onto that stage, right? It's like the divine purpose or for their higher self, their inner truth, etc. There's something like genuine, authentic about getting on that stage, or like they're part of this divine path, this wandering path, this journey. And it's like it's like the urge to, instead of follow that path and get on stage and be in the spotlight in some way, it's like the urge to just run away, run back and just like when I was saying like F this, right? It's like the urge to just like bust through a wall, out the door somehow. Huh, interesting. And I think before I said something about like they're being encouraged to just sit with it for a second. Sit with the energy that they're in, sit with themselves. Ground, be in the present moment. Okay, because what I'm getting, if someone was standing backstage and they're afraid of getting on stage and being in the spotlight, right? It's all because of fears or doubts or worries or things like that. Like how would someone feel in that situation? Because there's going to be an audience, okay? In this specific situation, there's an audience. And maybe there's like a fear about being seen by others, or a fear of people not liking what they do, or maybe it's like self-doubt where they don't, like, what are they about to do? Freaking stand up. They're about to do stand-up comedy and they're like, no one's gonna like my jokes. Or shoot. Or they're gonna boo me off stage or throw tomatoes at me. I don't know. And it's like this divine masculine is being encouraged to just not focus on those like what ifs or it's like similar to divine feminine's reading when I was saying focusing on like negative outcomes versus positive outcomes. And their advice was to envision the best possible outcome, and not in like a naive rose-tinted glasses kind of way, but like in a way that is divine truth. I think that's what I said. It's like the divine truth. It's not some subjective truth in some way. Interesting. Sit with themselves. Be in the present moment. Taking it like moment by moment instead of like focusing on what could go wrong or what, like, I don't know. There's something to that. Moving on. Embracing enthusiasm. Yeah, it's like in that situation, it's like being excited to have that opportunity to have been accepted in some way to even show up on that stage, you know, or having the opportunity to, I don't know, have a crowd that is willing to see what they do, you know. It's, I don't know, there's something about that. Embracing enthusiasm, going into something with an enthusiastic attitude in some way, finding a way to create that enthusiasm within. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Huh, all right. Yeah, it's like if this divine masculine's wandering this path, right? They're on this path, they're enjoying the journey, and perhaps they've come across a particular part of this path, which is, the letter P could be significant, which is particularly difficult or challenging. And instead of, I don't know, there could be this urge, because I keep getting it, there could be an urge to just like run off to a different path, or to like run backwards, or there's something about that. And they're being encouraged to just stay on that path, but just take a moment, go find a nice tree with some water and a pretty bird, and just sit there for a little bit. Just be in that moment. And I keep getting go within, go deep, explore your roots. It's like, maybe, I don't know if that makes sense. It's like sitting with, if we're talking fears or doubts or something like that, or some kind of challenge. Whatever that challenge is, or whatever these challenges are, it's sitting with them and not running away from them. Not focusing on how much you don't want to face these challenges, or how, I don't know, there's something about that. It is so bright in here. There's not much I can do about it, aside from like, I don't know. I don't know what I can do about this. Well, I have an idea. I think I got it. Yes, this should be fine. Okay. What was I saying? What was I saying? Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. And it's like the squirrel, the wall in the way of this path. The squirrel is focusing on that blockage. And this card is guiding this squirrel to reflect and redirect their energy. Reflect and redirect. So I don't know, because I just struggled internally just now, because my usual interpretation of this card is to like, maybe check out this path, going this way instead, if there's some kind of blockage. But in this energy, I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like instead of, because with breaking trail as what to avoid, I'm getting, it's like instead of going this way, it's important with grounding. Yeah, because the squirrel is next to the tree, just as this person is next to the tree. It's like this divine masculine is being encouraged to just sit here. Sit on this particular area of the path, go within, ground oneself, and like whatever's going on with this was similar to, I think this was one of the first readings I did recently, for the Divine Feminine. They were in this impasse energy, and there's something about the perspective of this wall, this blockage, or I don't know. There might be something this divine masculine is seeing as a blockage, or there might actually be a blockage, but it's not being encouraged for them to try a different route. They're being encouraged to stay here. And there's something about this wall, like, I don't know. Eight of Swords, there might be some kind of, because this is not being able to see clearly. This is feeling restricted, or it's feeling, this energy here is feeling, it's like they're missing something. It's a limited perspective. That's what I was trying to say. A limited perspective. Interesting. All right. What else do we have? Why is experiencing grace here for Divine Masculine's current energy? Experiencing grace. The Fool. Feeling optimistic. This is a fresh start, a brand new journey. Taking a risk. It's like this person in the card, they have faith that things will work out. They have enthusiasm, embracing enthusiasm, experiencing grace. Waves of, yeah, this person is feeling inspired, right? The Fool energy with Paul the Venetian. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So it's like this Fool, the person in this card, is feeling inspired. They're feeling inspired to go on a new adventure, or to start anew, or to trust, have faith that things will work out in their favor if they take a risk in some way. Why is Wandering Path here for why Divine Masculine is currently in experiencing grace energy? Why is Wandering Path here? Enjoy the journey. Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is emotional fulfillment, material happiness. This is being happy, content with what one has. What one has. Wandering Path. Enjoy the journey. Why is Breaking Trail here for what Divine Masculine should avoid whilst in this energy? Why is Breaking Trail here for what Divine Masculine should avoid while in this energy? Breaking Trail for what Divine Masculine? Princess of Wands, Page of Wands. Page of Wands. A breakthrough is at hand, but what to avoid? This is like a... I mean, the Page of Wands could represent all sorts of things, right? This could be like good news, curiosity in some way, or like... it's a light-hearted, playful energy. Or it could be, I mean, it's not a knight, because I see the pages typically as like receptive, passive energies. So I mean, if we're talking okay, if Breaking Trail is what to avoid, right? I'm definitely seeing this as, it's like starting something new, starting a new path. For what to avoid? I don't know. I hope I'm not getting that backwards. Yeah, it's like trusting that this path that this farmer is on is okay for now, at least. Or this is the path they're supposed to be on. And not feeling tempted to veer off or to like force their way into something else. Maybe. Page of Wands, it's like being curious or intrigued. Feeling like drawn to do something that would take one off this path in some way. Like allowing their curiosities to get the better of them in some way. And if I'm getting this backwards, and you know I'm getting this backwards, feel free to take it the other way. Like you're being encouraged to not stay on this one path and to break on through to something that you're curious about. I think that would depend. I don't want to get it wrong and be like, oh shoot, go on and on about the wrong thing here. Is there wrong? Is there right? Is there wrong? Is there right? I'd say wrong would be what someone knows within their internal guidance, their intuition, what, like the wrong path would be a path that would not be beneficial to their evolution for their higher selves. It's like oftentimes when, hold on a second. Oftentimes when we're faced with challenging paths, it could be easier, more convenient. It could take less work to choose like easier options, easier paths that don't require so much. So in the sense of right and wrong in this scenario, I'd say wrong would be the easy way, or convenient, or something that wouldn't lead to someone's growth and evolution in some way. And I'm just saying right and wrong from my perspective of like divine journeys. You know what I mean? We're humans. We're humans in the human world, and you know, some people choose to veer off the divine path, and that's cool. It's to each their own, right? Some people choose to stay on it even when it's really difficult. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. Page of Wands. Breaking trail or breakthroughs at hand. You know what's so interesting about this card? I don't know how well you can see this. I'm going to take a picture just in case you can't see it. The facial expression on this Page of Wands is very not typical of a Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is usually like enthusiastic or interested or curious, like it's a more positive looking facial expression. This one's very different. Let me take a little picture. No, I don't think so. But very like serious face, almost seductive, I'd say. Like if someone was looking at me this way, I'd be like, do you want to kill me or or bleep me? You know what I mean? Like, what is happening here? Or both? I don't know. What is this? What is that face? What is this saying to me? It's almost like are you serious? Or like, really? Like they're or I don't know. That's complex. All right, moving on. Maybe this will help figure it out in some way. Why is grounding here? For what would be a beneficial energy for Divine Masculine to lean into, or to embrace, or strive for? Grounding. Go deep. Explore your roots. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Material success. Because with the Six of Pentacles, it's about generosity, giving, receiving, reciprocity, fairness, equality in some way. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. When I was saying before, it's like sitting with it, like just being in the moment with whatever's going on here. I don't know if something's been given or there's some kind of like breakthroughs at hand. Okay, so because I was about to say it's almost like not trying to like force some kind of enthusiasm, right? And I was like, wait a minute, because embracing enthusiasm is the advice guidance, right? So I think it's almost as if like this Divine Masculine collective is, I don't know what this enthusiasm is. Like why embracing enthusiasm is the guidance. So if there's some kind of challenge regarding finding enthusiasm or feeling enthusiastic, or because enthusiasm is like excitement, right? Feeling excited or enthusiastic, it's like instead of trying to force it to just sit with whatever is going on right now and I don't know. There's something about this. If that's a particular challenge here, this divine masculine is being guided to sit with it, to ground themselves, to look within, go deep, explore your roots. Like explore your inner selves. They're being encouraged to explore their inner selves and maybe figure out or sort through in some way, like why that's a challenge, or sort through and figure out how to embrace enthusiasm. It's not something that can be forced. It's something that has to be like you can't, I mean, I'm sure people can fake enthusiasm, right? But how beneficial is that really? Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. And I don't know what the Six of Pentacles is, because in this image, this person is giving change. This person is giving to this person, right? And I'm not sure how this is connected to the grounding card. Go deep, explore your roots. If we're to go back to the stand-up comedian on the stage, right, with the spotlight, it's like this person is offering something. So I was saying before, it's like being in the moment when it comes to this, like offering in some way or giving in some way. Not trying to force enthusiasm. Not trying to yeah, it's almost like, okay, the stand-up comedian behind the curtain or whatever, to the side of the stage, when they're looking at the stage and possibly the spotlight in some way. And what to avoid is running off and finding something else that interests them in some way, or finding something that, I don't know, but there's something about this where it's like, what am I getting? Okay, that stand-up comedian feels drawn to, feels like it's part of their authentic journey, their authentic path to get on that stage and perform, right? And it's almost as if this divine masculine is being encouraged to not give up on that because of whatever is going on, whatever obstacles. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. And running off to find something that is easier, finding something that isn't so scary is a little more like easy to feel enthusiastic about in some way. Like, I'm trying to think. It's like a comfort zone thing almost. It's like if someone is feeling the desire, the need, the want to do something that is authentic to their path, and they feel that their internal guidance says this is authentic to my true divine path, but that would require them to get out of their comfort zone, right, to get on that stage in the spotlight. And it's almost as if this is like, I don't know, it's almost as if it's like a current challenge of avoiding getting out of their comfort zone in some way. I don't know. And that comfort zone, I mean, oh man. Grounding, Six of Pentacles. Go deep, explore your roots. Giving, receiving, reciprocity, generosity, fairness, equality. Yeah, let's move on. Light activation for this Divine Masculine Collective's current obstacle challenge. Why is light activation? Shine your light, your internal guidance. Knight of Cups. This is leading with the heart, allowing one to pursue what they find emotionally fulfilling in some way. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Like this Knight of Cups is going towards something because they feel it's true. They feel it. It's an emotional desire, something that would fulfill them emotionally. Shine your light, internal guidance. Yeah, this Knight follows their internal guidance. They let their heart lead them. So maybe this Divine Masculine is currently having a difficult time, a challenging time, or the obstacle is like following their heart in some way, or some kind of like genuine expression, because the Knights are active. They're actively on a path. They're actively pursuing what they want. They're actively moving towards what they desire, right? And the Knight is very, they're emotionally honest. They're emotionally, it's like a genuine energy. Someone operating from their genuine, authentic heart space. Maybe, because there's a couple different ways for me to interpret this light activation. Shine your light, right? It's like if we're talking about stepping into the spotlight, being seen by others in some way, being seen for how someone truly feels, or what their heart truly desires in some way. Or, well, we're definitely going to have to clarify a little more. It's like following one's heart. On the path to happiness. On the path to emotional fulfillment. Feeling inspired, feelings of inspiration and love are coming to you with the Fool. The Star. Breaking trail. A breakthrough's at hand for what would be beneficial to avoid. Yeah, it's almost like allowing curiosity to lead someone astray in some way. Instead of just, because with this, right? It's like the squirrel is looking at this blockage on this path. And in this specific reading, I'm feeling like this squirrel's authentic path is this way. But I don't know, whatever this obstacle currently is for this Divine Masculine collective, it's almost like breaking trail, Page of Wands, for what to avoid. It's like they see something over here. Or over here, like over here. Down this other path, somewhere else, right? Taking their focus off of this path, this obstacle. They see something else and like, what's that? Maybe I should just go towards that instead. That's what this energy is. It's like avoiding that and instead just sitting here with it. There's a reason to sit here with it. Whatever this obstacle blockage is only temporary. It's part of a phase and cycle. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. With crossing bridges, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. It's like, oh man, I don't know. Why surrendering to the journey here? For what's going well for Divine Masculine? Surrendering to the journey. Knight of Swords. It's like understanding. It's another knight, right? So the challenge has to do with the emotions, the heart space. It has to do with like genuine, authentic emotions or following one's heart. What's going well is surrendering to the journey, release control, Knight of Swords. This is a logical knight. It's a knight that they understand. They understand the mission. They understand the journey in some way. It's not the King of Swords. It's this person is, with the Page of Swords, that's someone who's beginning, they're a student, right? This Knight of Swords is practicing what they've learned. They're not a master of this realm yet. They're going through the process of having to get out there, and it's like someone learning. I'm going to talk about cooking again because the pasta and the sauce. Okay, with cooking, right? Someone can read a cookbook, they can study, they can watch others, they can learn about cooking, they can learn recipes, they can learn techniques, etc., right? The knight is the one who gets in the kitchen and starts practicing. They start learning how to make certain recipes, use certain tools. The thing about the knights is because they're not the masters of this particular realm, right? They're the ones who, they have an idea of what to do, but they haven't practiced it enough to master it yet. So this knight in the kitchen would probably burn some stuff, probably, undercook stuff. It's not perfect, but they have an idea of what they're supposed to do. And by taking action, they're learning. They're learning what to do different next time. They're learning what to change, what to avoid, what would help. It's not perfected, but they're on the way. They're actively doing what they've been learning. So surrendering to the journey, release control. What's going well for the Divine Masculine Collective is that they've learned about surrendering to the journey, and they're actively learning how to surrender to the journey. They're actively learning how to release control. This could have to do, because the Knight of Swords is a very fast knight. This could have something to do with speed, feeling rushed or feeling the need to rush, hurry up, hurry through something. And that could be, like, if patience is a thing, if patience can be a challenge, that could explain why, if this is the situation here with the squirrel, right? It's like, if the squirrel was impatient, they'd see this blockage and they'd just go the other way. They'd go somewhere else. They'd go somewhere else and be like, Page of Wands, breaking trail energy. They'd be like, maybe there's something over there instead, or maybe this is the path instead, somewhere else, you know what I mean? But this is suggesting that a more patient, less impulsive approach could be beneficial. Or that's what's going well, that's what's helpful in this situation. It's like certain things need time, especially when we're talking about a divine path, a journey, right? Specifically with divine counterparts, like, time is required. It's a necessity. There's no hurrying that. There's no, it can be hurried, but it's probably going to lead to bigger obstacles and challenges down the road. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know what this is regarding, but it's important to continue practicing patience and being in the moment and not trying to, like, and I'm not saying the Divine Masculine is trying to escape or run away or anything like that, but there might be, like, an urge to, and like I was saying before about distractions, about allowing themselves to be distracted in some way, or looking for distractions, like avoiding something. That's what I was saying earlier. There's something about that, avoiding something. But what's necessary and what would be beneficial is to be in the moment, ground oneself, go deep and explore your roots, explore the depths. There's a reason for that. There's always a reason. Just as there's always a reason for these blockages. Alright. Why is embracing enthusiasm here for Divine Masculine's advice guidance? Embracing enthusiasm. Embracing enthusiasm. 8 of Wands. This is about movement, travel. The 8 of Wands is actions that have been taken. These wands are all going to reach their destination successfully. Embracing enthusiasm. Forward movement. It's like, okay, the stand-up comedian, right? If the stand-up comedian is really like, they're approaching that stage in a more unenthusiastic way, if they're allowing whatever's keeping them from feeling excited about what they're doing, what they're about to do. That's only going to slow them down. That's only going to slow the process down. It's only going to, it's not going to lead them to the type of success and victory that they're looking for once they get on that stage and perform for the audience, right? If that stand-up comedian goes into it with a positive attitude, with enthusiasm, they're able to find that excitement, to look at what situation they're in from a perspective of excitement, enthusiasm, the show's going to go much better, right? It's like when people are authentically enthusiastic about what they're doing, like a comedian who gets on stage, right? And it's very obvious, well, to me, I think to a lot of people, it's obvious when people don't want to be doing something versus someone who is genuinely enthusiastic and wanting to do what they're doing, right? It's going to be better in some way. It's going to be a better performance. For everyone involved, right? For the audience, for the comedian. All right, let's clarify some more. Why is the Fool here with experiencing grace for Divine Masculine's current energy? The Fool with experiencing grace. The Fool. The Fool with the Fool. So everything I've already said. Yes. I love when that happens so much. All right. So yeah, feeling hopeful, trusting, having faith that things will work out if they take this risk, take this leap of faith. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Fresh start. Hope, positivity. It's a very free energy. Very free. Why is Nine of Cups here with Wandering Path for why Divine Masculine is currently in this experiencing grace energy? Why is Nine of Cups here with Wandering Path? Nine of Cups. Two of Wands. The Path. Because it's like this person has chosen this wand and they are taking actions. They have an action plan. Chosen path. Possibilities. This person is typically holding a globe. It represents like a world full of possibilities. Whatever this person wants, they just have to come up with a plan, take actions. Wandering path. So this is good. They are on their path. They want to be on the path. So what is this Breaking Trail Page of Wands for what to avoid? Why is Page of Wands here with Breaking Trail for what Divine Masculine should avoid? Page of Wands with Breaking Trail. Page of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Another knight who moves, they operate in a very slow and steady way. They're practical, they're reliable. They're like dedicated to getting this pentacle to their destination. They care about getting this pentacle to the destination with integrity. Why is the Knight of Pentacles with Page of Wands Breaking Trail for what Divine Masculine should avoid? Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is someone, so it's after the Two of Wands, right? With the Two of Wands, this person has figured out what they want. They're taking actions, or they're planning on the actions they need to take and want to take in order to achieve their goal. The Three of Wands is after they've taken those actions, they're awaiting the results. They're waiting to see what comes from that. With the Knight of Pentacles and Page of Wands Breaking Trail for what to avoid. The Three of Wands is focusing on the future. They're focused on outcomes. They're focused on results. Yeah, because if we're going with the storyline of this Divine Masculine Collective is being encouraged to stay on the path they're on, that they're enjoying the journey with, and not like veer off or not get distracted, or because with this card it's like this person's back turned, and these are the two wands from before, right? With the Two of Wands for why they're currently in this experiencing grace Fool energy, right? These two wands, and you've got the two wands over here, but now there's another wand. So it's like this person has turned their back and they're focusing elsewhere. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is, yeah, so okay. If there's something having to do with patience or things moving slowly, because I don't know, there could be something about this. Something moving slowly, and instead of feeling the urge to like not wait or by losing patience and breaking through to another trail, this Divine Masculine is being encouraged to just stay with it for a second. just sit down respectfully, to just ground themselves and stay with it for a while. And it's like, if this has to do with enthusiasm, I don't know, because I don't know if this, I mean, it's probably both. It's always connected, right? Like whatever Divine Masculine's challenges are, Divine Feminine's also experiencing similar or exact challenges. It's just in different ways and in different magnitudes. So it's like, I know that, I think the Divine Feminine Collective we've been reading for here has possibly been having a challenging time finding this enthusiasm, or like experiencing like the positive emotions, the more pleasant emotions regarding this connection, these connections, right? So if we're talking about a Divine Masculine Collective that is like wanting someone else to be enthusiastic, they're also going to have to understand that it's like whatever challenge the divine counterpart is going through, it's important for the other counterpart to look within and be like, hey, is there any part of me that is also having this challenge in some way? And it might be just a small way, but it's important to look within and try to like, I don't know, try to see if there's some kind of similarity there. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with this, but if this is a Divine Masculine Collective that is like, I don't know. Let's look into it more here. Why is Six of Pentacles with grounding for what would be beneficial for Divine Masculine to lean into or strive for whilst in this energy? Six of Pentacles with grounding. Six of Pentacles with grounding. Justice. Yeah, there's like fairness, equality here. It's like grounding. Six of Pentacles, justice. The truth. Go deep. Explore your truth. Explore your truths. Interesting. Six of Pentacles, justice, grounding. Go deep. Explore your roots. It's interesting because they're both holding scales. They're both holding scales in these images. It's fairness and equality. And somehow, like reciprocity, grounding. Why is justice here with Six of Pentacles and grounding for a beneficial energy for Divine Masculine to embrace or lean into? Justice, Six of Pentacles and grounding. What are we talking about here? Again, temperance. It's like, this might be related, like the mixing of these two cups, right? This might be related to what I was just saying about recognizing that whatever our divine counterparts are going through, whatever their challenges are, there's probably parts of us that are also needing to address those challenges within us as individuals. There's something about that. Like, when I identify as a divine feminine, right? I resonate with divine feminine energies. I also resonate with divine masculine energies. But if I'm doing a reading for myself or here and they resonate with me, usually I discover they resonate when I'm editing because I'm not thinking about myself when I do this, aside from bringing stuff up on occasion. But when I'm doing divine masculine readings and like specific challenges that they're facing, even if it might not be related to my story at all, it's just something that I do, is if I know that the divine masculine counterparts are experiencing challenges in certain ways, I look within myself, even if it's something that I don't think I'm having a challenge with. 100% of the time, I discover I too have room to grow in that department. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's important to understand how it's all connected, and how the challenges we face as individual counterparts, how there's also some of that in our other counterparts. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think that like when we're faced with feeling blockages in the path, specifically if it's regarding divine counterparts, like if we're expecting or waiting for them to overcome certain obstacles and we're having a hard time like with the patience aspect of that, it's important for us to reflect and redirect the energy within ourselves. And just to make sure, because I know for myself 100% of the damn time there's something within me that I have not yet addressed and that I could work on, so I focus on that instead. Specifically, if this is a divine masculine collective that's waiting for the divine feminine to do something or to feel a certain way or whatever that might be, this divine masculine collective is being encouraged to go within themselves, to ground, to go deep and explore their own roots, explore whatever challenges their divine feminine's going through, explore that within themselves, just to make sure. Interesting. Why is Knight of Cups here with light activation for Divine Masculine's current obstacle challenge? Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles. So this is someone holding back. Yeah, with Shine Your Light, your internal guidance is coming through. It's like this person has something, but they're holding it in. They're keeping it to themselves. They're like with this wall here. It's like, it could be like like feeling like they need to protect themselves by not shining their light, by holding things in. Or holding back from shining their light. Yeah, this is the energy of someone the comedian who's backstage, just not going on stage, and they've already called their name, or they know their name's about to be called or announced, and they're just holding it back. Holding it back. Or, I mean, this might have to do with like a level of feeling like emotionally insecure in some way. Because this person is behaving in this way. I mean, with pentacles and stuff, oftentimes it's for security, but oftentimes it's also out of insecurity. They're feeling like insecure in some way, and so they're like hoarding. They're hoarding. Or hiding. Or there's something about that. Four of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Magician. Magician has the confidence, skills, willpower to manifest what they want, to create a reality that they want. They have all the tools and resources needed. They have everything they need. This Divine Masculine is holding back, despite having everything they need. To shine their light, to follow their internal guidance, to follow their hearts in some way. That's a challenge for them. Why is Knight of Swords here with surrendering to the journey for what's going well for this Divine Masculine Collective? Knight of Swords, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. This is burdens. This is, this person is holding on to these wands. They've picked up all of these wands on their own, and they're choosing to hold them. They feel like a responsibility to hold on to all these wands, even though it's a bit too much. It's like this could have been the energy this Divine Masculine Collective was in before they decided to start surrendering to the journey. Why is the Ten of Wands here with the Knight of Swords surrendering to the journey for what's going well for Divine Masculine? Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Putting in the effort. It's like this person has made all of these pentacles. They're learning, they're perfecting a skill. And these are all the results of their past efforts, and now they're working on an improved version. A lot of hard work, surrendering to the journey, understanding. Understanding a responsibility to put in effort, or understanding how much effort needs to be put into it. There's a lot of effort. And that's going well. This Divine Masculine Collective is understanding that now that they're surrendering to the journey, or now that they've learned to release control, surrender to the journey, they're putting in effort. They're contributing to these efforts. They're helping to carry some of these wands, to carry some of the responsibilities involved when we're connected to divine counterparts, right? When we're actively choosing to contribute and participate in divine connections, we have to pretty much consistently do hard work. Alright, moving on. Putting in the effort, responsibility, hard work here. A lot of work. Surrendering to the journey, release control. There could be something here about feeling pressured to put in effort in some way. Like rushing energy. Before I was saying it was like feeling yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, this could go either way, both ways, right? Like, if we're talking about challenges with, like insecurity or self-worth or anything like that, there could be something here about someone really needing this Divine Masculine Collective being encouraged to go within when it comes to understanding the value of what they have to offer. Like, if there's a part of them that is, like, feeling like any kind of issues when it comes to challenges, any kind of lack of self-worth or lack of not seeing what they have to like specifically bring to this connection, or if there's something like that going on, they're being encouraged to go deep, explore their roots, discover what they have within, discovering their own true value. Let's look at things from that perspective for a little bit. Because their energy, Divine Masculine's energy, why they're in that energy, they're feeling very optimistic. They have faith in taking a leap. They're experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Very positive energy, right? Breaking trail for what to avoid. Distractions, perhaps, or it's like I'm kind of getting like instant gratification energy here, a little bit. or instant gratification, or like trying to force something that isn't naturally, organically supposed to be forced in such a way. And like that's the case if we're talking about a divine masculine collective who is feeling impatient in some way with themselves, with others, with the divine counterpart, in any way. It's like feeling, I don't know, balance. It's a lot about balance. Being encouraged to ground themselves, to find balance, to go within, explore their own depths. Fairness, equality. Challenge, obstacle, light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Magician. If there's something this divine masculine is thinking about doing that isn't aligned with their internal guidance, like what their heart wants, they're being encouraged to not do that. But that's going back to like my whole right and wrong concept when it comes to this. It's like some things we choose to do might take us off our path a bit, but we're humans. Sometimes we do those things. But if there's something specific for this divine masculine collective that might resonate with this, and it could have to do with like a temptation to veer off this path, possibly because of impatience or because of some kind of like energy of excitement or enthusiasm, or an expectation of the feeling of enthusiasm or interest or something like that, they're being encouraged to, their higher self is asking them, please avoid doing that. It'll be alright if you choose to do it, I'm sure, but like for your highest good to remain on this path in the way that your energy is reflecting divine masculine, whatever that might be, you're being strongly encouraged to avoid it in some way. Obstacle, challenge, holding back from taking action towards what one finds emotionally fulfilling, or by holding themselves back from pursuing, by following their heart in some way, putting in the efforts, utilizing their skills and resources to manifest this. Surrendering to the journey, release control. Knight of Swords, 10. Why is 8 of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands? Why is 8 of Pentacles here? Page of Wands again. We got the Page of Wands again. Surrendering to the journey. Knight of Swords, 10 of Wands. I'm almost getting, like, if this divine masculine collective is resonating with the divine feminine collective that has been struggling to find their own enthusiasm in some way, this divine masculine collective might feel pressured, or like they're responsible to put in the effort to create that. I'm not certain that's the case. I think that could be what we were talking about when it was like forcing some kind of, like that's not on the divine masculine to sort through. That's for the divine feminine to sort through. If there is a divine masculine collective out there that feels like it's their responsibility to make a divine feminine feel excited or enthusiastic in some way, I think, in my opinion, the best thing for them to do would be to go within and find if there's any ways that they are not feeling enthusiastic or excited regarding any part of this connection. I would encourage you to go within and address your own, like if there's ways that you're feeling that you're lacking enthusiasm about, it might be beneficial, and it might actually help the divine feminine if you address those things within yourself as well. Okie dokie. I mean, maybe I could see this also as like, in the past, this divine masculine collective might have felt like with surrendering to the journey for what's going well, right? This divine masculine collective might have felt rushed, or like they want to hurry through something because they're excited about the connection, or they have like feelings of excitement towards the divine feminine in some way, or something about the journey. And they've learned that this process can't be rushed through. There's now more of an understanding about the like necessary pace of these connections, all the steps that need to be gone through in a, like proper ways. And again, it can be rushed. People can rush things, but I mean, and again, in my opinion, for what it's worth, I think that when we rush through processes, when we try to force our way into like skipping them or hurrying them up and not fully going through those like phases and cycles of these connections, we're just screwing ourselves over in the future. That's all. It's, you know, and that's not the worst case scenario. Like, if we're screwing ourselves over a bit in the future, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but it would be most beneficial for things to be addressed in a patient manner. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, in my experience, when we avoid things or when we try to like rush through things, it just becomes a bigger problem later on. So it's like nipping it in the butt. Is it butt or bud? Whatever. It's like taking care of things now before it's a bigger issue. And again, not the worst case situation, but ideally it would probably be better to just kind of take the time now to deal with things in proper ways instead of pushing them aside or trying to hurry it up and then needing to take more time in the future, more effort, more energy, etc., right? Alright, why is Eight of Wands embracing enthusiasm here for Divine Masculine's advice guidance? Eight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, embracing enthusiasm, Nine of Pentacles. And again, Nine of Pentacles, this is an independent, single energy. This is someone who is self-reliant, they're secure on their own. They're secure on their own, embracing enthusiasm. Eight of Wands, forward movement, swiftness, Nine of Pentacles. Why is the Nine of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands? The Hermit. Yeah, it's like someone's own self within. It's finding that enthusiasm. And this is kind of reminding me of what I was just saying, where it's like, you know, the whole divine feminine aspect of this could be relevant, it could not, when it comes to like, if this divine feminine, or divine masculine's divine feminine collective has been having challenges with finding their own enthusiasm and excitement, right? It's like, regardless of that being the case or not, there's something here about this divine masculine collective being encouraged to go within. The Hermit. This is like inner truth. And Nine of Pentacles. This is their independent physical selves. It's about finding that enthusiasm within themselves. Or being enthusiastic about what they're moving towards. What they're moving towards, or what's coming to them. What's going on with that. Nine of Pentacles. It's the Hermit, right? Hold on a second. Why is the Hermit here? Why is the Hermit here with Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Wands? Strength. The taming the beast within. Courage. Yeah, there's something here. There might be something here about, I was talking about like feeling insecure in some way, or challenges when it comes to self-worth. There might be something here about courage, like going within and finding the courage within, or if there's a way to embrace enthusiasm or to find enthusiasm, that could help when it comes to whatever courage is needed, or why courage is needed in this situation. Why strength? Nine of Pentacles, embracing enthusiasm. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, well, you know, since I disappointed Divine Feminine by not giving any specific sign guidance advice, I'm also going to do the same here. I think I'm going to have to come up with a new system, because by doing the guidance at the end, it makes the videos even longer, and I understand how it can be beneficial, but I think I'm going to do separate things for that, like make an actual video for like different signs, guidance within Divine Feminine collectives, Divine Masculine collectives. I'm coming up with a plan. And also, by the time I get to the end of these videos, I'm honestly like wiped out most of the time. And it's hard to like, because to me, advice guidance is some of the most important parts of this, because I try to be responsible. I try to be responsible about the things I suggest for people to do. And if I'm wiped out at the end of a reading, it's probably not the best time for me to like try to do that. So I'll figure it out, but I apologize, I don't have that to offer right now. If this did resonate, I hope that it was beneficial, and until next time, bye.